with Dustino.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you, Miles. Way to go, buddy. Thank you for getting me in there. Welcome into the weekend update. It's been a couple weeks. I was under the weather. We had some technical issues 2 weeks ago. Oh, I'm losing my sticker. And as we come on the air, the greatest player in the world, in my opinion, Lionel Messi with the goal. Again, even on the right side of the goal, you can't stop this guy. He uses the left foot, and bada boom. We have 1-0 Argentina as we watch Argentina and Cabo Verde. Hey, try not to dribble the ball because other people are going to hear all the balls.
I just came out here because everyone's talking about the Travis Kelce wedding inside.
Oh, Travis Kelce, nobody cares.
Yeah.
Does anybody care less, dude? I could care less about any of that baloney.
Yeah.
Who cares? Mom Donnie telling him it's got to be 78. So if you see me looking up, folks, it's because I'm watching Argentina, Cabo Verde. Cabo Verde, valiant effort. They don't look totally overmatched. Obviously, they're facing number one in the world in Argentina, and they are 60 whatever in the world. Hey, happy to be there, playing with house money. Good for them. Great story for Cabo Verde. But, you know, the glass slipper is most likely going to run out. And for a lot of these countries, it's about getting to the group stage or getting out of the group stage, getting to the knockout stage. Good for them. It's been an unbelievable story. And who knows? We've seen crazy stuff. Look at Paraguay, Germany. Look at even the USA is kind of an under, even though we're a much better team than years past, still an upstart. Canada getting to the, winning a knockout stage game for the first time ever. There's chaos at my house. I apologize. You're going to see people coming and going. We're all fired up. My entire neighborhood and everybody around me, at least, has got the World Cup fever. So if you're just joining us tonight and you're watching the game along with us, make sure you get in the chat. Let us know. Are you getting into it? Are you not getting into it? Do you have the World Cup fever? Do you not have it? I know there's a lot of people that don't, but there's a lot of prominent sports stars, sports columnists, sports reporters, personalities, superstars from other sports that are getting super duper into it. Obviously, especially because it's in the USA, Mexico, and Canada. It's been amazing. I mean, we are so knee deep in it as Argentina, again, is starting to pepper the box. They're getting in there deep. And, the floodgates, to be honest, could open up here. That I was telling somebody, one of my friends before the game, Cabo Verde can hang in as long as they keep it 0-0. Once that first goal goes through, it could get ugly. I got to grab a drink real quick. Sorry, I'm a little discombobulated today. We got to grab a nice cold Yingling American lager. As we celebrate, don't forget, July 4th and America's 250th birthday tomorrow. So again, hope everybody's having fun. Hope everybody's going to have an amazing weekend. So much good sports. Celebrate America, man. That's crazy. If you really think about it, 250 years is not that long. If you really think about it, to when we were being ruled by the English, British, whatever you want to call it, and now we are the greatest country in America. And speaking of the greatest country in America, have you been watching social media? And listen, social media's got good things and bad things. There's no doubt about it. But have you been watching how much fun all these other countries are having here in the States? It's been hilarious. It's been so much fun. It's kind of a bummer to see some of the teams like Scotland and some, the Netherlands, the Dutch and the orange and the little shuffle they do, all, going home, unfortunately, from losing. But they are having,
that was alley-oop.
Yeah, they are having so much fun. Yeah. There's a lot of subliminal messages on the field. You have to have a lot of talking without actually talking, right? You've got to have that sort of ESP with your teammates.
That was Peyton to Sean Kemp.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's exactly right. That's that chemistry that you get from playing together as a team. And then obviously it gets even more enhanced with the USA, right? With the United States playing so good. And Monday night, 8 o'clock, every game we've had a party, except for the 11 o'clock game or 10 o'clock game when the USA played Turkey and we were already through. We have had so much fun with it. Listen, I'm knee deep in all this stuff. I've got the cups from McDonald's. We got the sticker books. My kids are going nuts. I got people coming over my house trading stickers every day as we're all trying to acquire all the different players and the teams. I don't know if you've gotten into this stuff, but it's just been so much fun. Bummer, it only comes around every 4 years, but that's what makes it special too. If it came around, yeah. Hey, what are those extra cards? Those are all your extra cards. We got cards everywhere. We got Will in the house.
A better visual.
If you remember from 2 weeks ago, Will, our former MLS executive who knows U.S. soccer like the back of his hand, inside out. We got to get Will a chair. Let's get Will a chair. Will, grab that black chair. Yeah, come on for 5 minutes. Because we need a big breakdown. You're going to break it down better than me. Now, you want to talk about World Cup fever. This guy was just out in San Francisco. He was at the game. He was just at the USA game. Tell us about, before we get into the nuts and bolts and who's this, who's that, we're going to obviously get to the Balogun red card. Tell us just about the atmosphere out there prior to the game, leading up to the game, the travel.
Yeah.
We're not going to ask you how much it costs. We're not going to go there. But how crazy was it?
Good. Yeah, we're not going to look at our credit card bill for a very long time. And you can hear my voice is still gone from Wednesday. But it was phenomenal. My wife and I have been to now 9 World Cup games together.
Holy crap.
6 on the women's side, 3 on the men's side. We went to 2 games in Brazil in 2014. We saw the U.S. defeat Ghana in the first round. In the group phase in Brazil in Natal, and going to a World Cup in another country is something really special.
Yeah.
But seeing it on your home soil is special in a different way. And this is my daughter. A couple of things that stood out to me were the American Outlaws are the kind of organized supporters behind the U.S. team. They call themselves American Outlaws because these guys in Nebraska, they felt like total outsiders in their sports universe. And it's like, I feel like we're committing a crime by following soccer in Nebraska.
Yeah.
So anyways, they started this group and it's still going today. And they had a night before party. And one of the coolest things there, and again, you may only see this during the World Cup, is that Mexico fans, we're in San Jose, California, so it's a very diverse market. There's a lot of Mexican Americans there. There's like almost 50% Mexico fans. They played that night and won. 50% U.S. fans, and they're all hanging out, having the best time. Because
2 big rivals, but
they're huge rivals, but they're having a great time because they're not against each other right now, and they're both playing really well. So that was really cool. And then on game day, we went to the American Outlaws tailgate, and they have full buffets, lots of different food, not as much to drink. Like it was actually
sort of tame.
It was tame, but also like people didn't bring enough water. It was really kind of hot and dry. So we didn't stay too long there, but they were singing in the parking lot, and then we marched to the stadium. I got to hold one of those smoke devices.
That is awesome.
And then we go into the stadium, and I don't know if people know this at home, but 68,000 people in Levi Stadium, and not one of them sat down during the game. Like while the game is going on, everyone's standing.
Full standing. That's awesome. Standing.
And it's just because it's so important. Both teams, Bosnia had a very strong showing fan-wise.
Cabo Verde's got a chance. Oh, hold on. Sorry to interrupt.
No, they're still in the box.
Sorry to interrupt. They're still in the box. Cabo Verde's pressing. We think the guy should have taken the shot. It's very tricky sometimes. You really think they should take the shot. He passed it, went over the head. Hey, they're able to get it in the box, right? And when you have a big underdog, you want to see that they at least get – obviously, they're not going to get the type of chances Argentina does. But can they capitalize on those 1 or 2? And that was a good chance. Anyhow,
I would love to see Cabo Verde
that would be great.
Get a goal.
Like I said, I'm wearing this Argentina shirt. Someone gave this to me many years ago. So when they play, I bust it out. But I'm not going to pretend that I'm some diehard Argentina fan. I think Messi's the best in the world. He's unreal. And we're getting to watch a legend, just like when you get to watch Michael Jordan or LeBron James in his prime or Tom Brady. That's the kind of level we're watching. But anyhow, back to your story.
No, look, it was a phenomenal crowd. Everybody was into the game and on the edge of their seat. They're standing up, but like you could feel the tension. You could feel the tension,
especially the red card, right? It's a party, 1-0.
I
happened.
had literally just gone over to the next section because I saw there was an injury. Those are usually the few moments you have to like take your eye off the field. And I had gone over to the next section to say hi to a friend. And all of a sudden we hear it, and everybody's just like, what?
Yeah.
No way. U.S. best player so far in the tournament, Fuller and Balogun. And
we got a fan of Spain in the chat. Somebody's the Spain's playing great.
Spain's playing
Could
great.
be our next opponent. That's possible. We'll get there.
Yeah, but what
Spain's
a great next match there. Spain, Portugal.
Oh, going to be unbelievable.
Talk about rivals.
Oh, and now, okay, so good. That's leading me into a point, something I'm going to talk about. And obviously, soccer is getting bigger in the United States, but it's still not the top dog.
Right.
And we have all these sports personalities, Jameis Winston, and Dave Portnoy, Gronk, all these, they're getting into it, right? Yeah. But they're getting very frustrated at the same time. And, of course, they don't know the nuances, the ins and outs.
Right.
Give us, and maybe you were traveling, so you might not have seen it. Give us your thoughts, because I watched that whole Croatia-Portugal game. On that play at the very, very end.
That is so tough. I'm curious what's frustrating people because, like...
Well, I think what frustrates us is because it had no real effect on the play, and you couldn't see the ball change. Right. Like, the ball continued.
The flight of the ball. The flight of the ball
never changed.
Looks smooth,
And so we're always taught in the States, the call on the field, it has to be over the top for you to overturn it. And that didn't seem over the top to me. And that could have been one of the most epic moments of this World Cup.
I agree on both of those. I think the biggest problem with video review is when they make a call.
Slow-mo.
They make a call that requires a whole lot of dissection and analysis and extra angles and all this stuff. Because if it needs all that, if you need a sensor in the ball to tell you it was touched, then was it clear and obvious?
Absolutely not. That's my issue.
The standard for video review to even punch a button to tell the referee to look at it is supposed to be that there was a clear and obvious error, right? We think there may be a clear and obvious error. You, the referee who's in control and can overrule us, need to look at this, right? So that's what they did in that situation.
Yeah.
They said, based on what this sensor is telling us inside the ball, we think there was a clear and obvious error.
That didn't seem clear and obvious to me. And I've seen slow-mos on social media of that ball never wavering.
Yeah.
So, I mean, maybe it grazed the guy's long hair. Right. I mean, I just felt like it robbed an incredible moment.
Right.
And there's been a bunch of moments where you celebrate, but then like now I'm starting to get conditioned to celebrating and then hold on, let's everybody wait 10 seconds. Is the flag going to come up this and that?
First thing I do every time there's a goal scored is I look for the assistant referee. Is the flag up, right? That's a very first, even in the stadium. You know, when Balogun scored in the first half, I immediately look at the flag, because like if that flag's up, they're going to call it back. And even sometimes when it's not up, they're going to call it back. So
it's just frustrating for us, again, because a lot of the casuals don't know the rules to begin with. But then you get these little, Ronaldo had one. I mean, there's been a ton taken back where his head was just lunging forward and it was slightly in front of the guy. And I was talking with a friend. It's almost like, I don't know, in American football, when a quarterback's scrambling and he throws a pass and he's near the line of scrimmage, if any part of him is touching the line of scrimmage, then it's good. I almost wonder, and of course, they're not going to want to change the huge game and change it just because some Americans don't like it. But I almost think that if any part of me is touching any part of the onside, then it should be let it go. I think we'd see more goals. Not that I want to see 8-7 games.
And there's a number of ways. But because they have, this is the thing, technology has removed some of the subjectivity from some of the decisions, right? So offside is one of them. If they can freeze it at the moment the pass is made, then they can also.
Argentina! Great save by the goalkeeper. Sorry.
That's okay. Then they can also, I assume all your viewers are also watching the game.
Oh, of course.
That's the second screen, right? Dustino is his first screen. And then the World Cup game.
We hope so, absolutely.
No, but like they've removed a lot of the subjectivity, which is a good thing, especially for me when it comes to the ball crossing the goal line.
Oh, absolutely.
It's like tennis. It's like, it's an objective thing.
For sure.
You might as well use the computer technology that can call it.
Couldn't agree more.
But on the things that require judgment, on the things that require interpretation of the law,
pass interference in NFL can't be reviewed.
You can't rely on technology exclusively for that stuff.
I agree. I think it robbed us of a great moment. It's robbed us of a lot of great moments. And I think the spirit of the rule is to stop cherry picking, right? So guys aren't hanging by the goalie, right? That's more the big brain spirit of the game.
That's part of it. But look, I think the thing you have to realize about video review is that I'm one of the people who thinks, on balance, I'd rather have soccer, football, without video review at all. I'd rather throw it out.
Let the humans make the mistakes.
Let the humans make the mistakes and everybody deal with it. However, that means in that world, my world, we can go back to 1986. Maradona's goal,
the hand of God,
counts, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that means the next player who cheats by using his fist to score a goal, could get away with it, right? And I don't know if the soccer public or even the Americans who are just joining us, if they're okay with that.
Yeah.
If they would be okay with a guy getting away with, basically.
Maybe there's a way they do like the NFL where certain things can be reviewed and certain things can't. Right. I'm not sure the answer.
Yeah.
But that's been the one.
Yeah.
Everybody's loving everything. They're loving the fan fest. They're loving these fans from other countries. This is great to see prominent sports figures like going, man, I never knew soccer was this cool. Right. I never knew how much passion was in it. Right. I never knew how much fun this was. I never knew how physical it was, because I know the stigma when I was a kid growing up, soccer's kind of for kind of like wimpy kids, not kids that are physical. The physical kids play football. That's not the case. Yeah. This game is as physical as it gets. That's what's been annoying.
They're built differently, right? Because they have to run for 90 minutes. They have to be able to sprint and jog. Turn it on, turn it off. Turn it on, turn it off. Right. Lots of changes of direction. So they're built differently than American football players. No question. Basketball players are built differently than American football players, right? So it's a different body type. It's skinnier, blah, blah, blah. But there's a reason for it, right? And short players can be just as good.
Messi's what, 5'5"?
Yeah, maybe 5'5". It is definitely physical. You can see from the Balogun play. Like, he didn't mean to do it, but when you see the freeze frame,
it looks awful when you slow it down.
Like, how did the guy not break his leg?
But when that happened in the flow of the game, I didn't even know if it was a foul. Right. Never mind a red card.
Right, they got tangled up.
And so, clear. To me, the other thing, I got two other rules that I've been discussing with other friends and this and that. Now, and going big brain on that whole Balogun thing. I mean, that's in the middle of the field. Yeah. I mean, a little bit, off center, but it wasn't in the attacking area.
Right.
Almost like there should be levels to it. Like, obviously, I know if you pull someone down or if you get somebody to break away, it's automatic yellow, maybe even red. Right. I mean, what is that? That play was not any.
Yeah, I mean, it certainly wasn't. There are different things you can get a caution for, a yellow card. A tactical foul is one of them. When you're fouling on purpose, it's like
to slow a guy down. Absolutely,
slow a guy down. Like, that's a yellow card.
Stop a breakaway,
right? Or even just a counterattack, right? So it's a lot like the deliberate foul in basketball, which again is a little different. But anyways, the thing that they used in this case was endangering the safety of his opponent, and they're saying his challenge, could have caused an injury. And but there's a lot of challenges that could have caused an injury. And what I'll say to you, Dustin, is unlike the guy from Canada, I hope he's doing better, feeling better, Ismail Kone.
That broke his leg.
Tib fib. And the guy got a red card, right? This guy finished the game for Bosnia. This guy that Fowler stepped on, he finished the game.
Yeah. So,
he didn't miss any time. He went off for treatment. He came right back on. Kept playing. He's one of their best players. Yeah. So, that tells you, I guess it was a little bit ugly, but it didn't hurt him. So
that's what's tricky. And then I watched the very next day or 2 days. I can't remember. The days are all blending with the World Cup. But the Croatia game. Yeah. And when Portugal got the penalty. Yeah. Now you got a guy, and it was rightfully so. I think it was a penalty. Yeah. The guy was going, cutting to the goal if you didn't see it. Yeah. And Croatia guy put his arms around, basically tackled the guy in the box, so he couldn't head it in the goal. And that gets no foul. That gets no yellow, no red. Incredible. Obviously, it gave a penalty. Yeah. But that's where I just kind of lose my mind, because it just doesn't make common sense. Yeah. Which one is way worse? Me tackling a guy and completely if anything's a red card, that's a red card, instead of accidentally not purposely stepping on the back of some guy's heel.
What's interesting there, Dustin, is they used to give a red card for a tactical foul that denies a goal scoring opportunity in the penalty area. But because a penalty kick itself is usually a goal,
such an advantage, it's like 90%.
They've kind of removed the double jeopardy, where they say if it's outside the box and you deny a clear goal scoring opportunity, the penalty, the punishment is a red card. But if it's inside the box, the punishment is
the penalty
kick.
So that at least makes sense. That's a good explanation of it, because you're already getting penalized by basically, let's be honest, it's a free goal. For the most,
75, 80%.
Is that the true statement?
80%.
Because there's been a huge contingent on the internet that the penalty kick's too easy. The penalty kick's too short. But my thing is, and I almost think there should be two spots, and hear me out. Yeah. I think the penalty kick should be easy for when you're in gameplay. Yeah. Because if you're getting a penalty, that means you stop somebody from scoring. Goal. And so it should be something that you hit from like 85%, 90%. Yeah. Like you don't all of a sudden make the free throw line longer in basketball because Steph Curry makes 95% of free throws. Right. But in the penalty shootout, what I'm hearing, and there's some steam, make it a little further back in the shootout. Yeah. Any thoughts on that, or is that like I love that too idea. Crazy? I think it's radical. It's a fun idea. I like it. They would have to test it out. I mean, but you can see that there are even certain games where they have trouble, like the nerves get them. Today Australia booted 2 over the net. Well, 1 over the net, 1 off the crossbar. And then we were watching somebody else in a penalty kick shootout where neither team could seem to score. Paraguay, Germany. Yeah, Paraguay, Germany. Yeah, that was wild. I mean, there's still tons of pressure on you, and there's a science to it, and there's different things, and they have histories, almost like, there's analytics in every sport. They know, hey, this guy normally when he takes PKs, he kicks that way or kicks that way. Or he's most likely to kick it, And then one other rule that I was discussing, actually had multiple friends bring this up. Actually, it's kind of funny because I got some casual friends that are texting me like I'm the soccer expert, which I know more than most, but I'm not you. I mean, your expertise, trumps mine a million times. But when there's a penalty, the guy who was fouled should have to take the kick. What do you think of that? Okay, assuming he's not injured. Yeah. Okay. What do you think of that? That's the thing. That's the thing. Assuming he's not injured, I think it's an important qualifier because if you do it where the guy has to take it, then the defenders are sort of incentivized to make sure they get their money's worth with that foul, right? Right. And say, if you're going to foul a guy in the box, hurt him real good. Yeah, right? True. Make sure he's got something bothering him. Like the Knicks in the late 80s, early 90s, you're going in for a layup. Michael Jordan's getting hit to the floor, or like the Pistons. Like that's not good for player safety and blah blah blah. So but like I don't mind shifting the shooter to your best shooter. I think that there's such a weight of responsibility and pressure on it anyway. To take the kick. Yeah, to take the kick, that I think that's fascinating, and I think it's fascinating to see how different teams work through that. Yeah. I just think it's really cool that we're having these discussions and that it's so important. And I know, obviously, as Americans, myself included, I'm like, man, by the way, we're at halftime. It's 1-0 Argentina. Cabo Verde's hanging in there. I mean, we've had some games where it's like tied at the half or it's 1-0 and you're like, this game should be 6-0. Yeah. That is not what I've seen. I mean, Argentina scored a nice goal, but they have not been peppering them. It's not like Cabo Verde's been under heavy attack, and this game should be 5-0. I mean, they're hanging in there. Maybe they could sneak something. Well, we knew they could, right? I mean, if they've done it to Spain and they've done it to Uruguay, then they can keep this game close. Yeah, big time. God. Now, let me ask you this. Now we'll switch gears to the United States of America. Who are now in I keep calling it the Sweet 16. Yeah. Because that's the basketball and me calling it Sweet 16. We've been to the Final 8 one time, right? And that was 2002? 2002 against Germany. And obviously this is the first year of the expansion. So that's basically winning one game. So this team has basically gone equal to that 2002 team. Yeah. You're the guy. We're without our top scorer, Flo Balogun, who's been unbelievable. Guys are getting familiar with that name. Yep. How do we get by? How do tell the people out there, how do we get by? It's got to be a team effort. Is there one guy who's going to start in his place if you're the manager? This team is in a much better place than the team that has played Belgium in past World Cups. Belgium, for those of you who don't know, has eliminated the U.S. in knockout rounds twice before. Wow. One was the game in which they had already won I believe they had won a knockout game, but it was Tim Howard's 16 save. Oh, I remember that. Secretary of Defense game. Mm-hmm. And it actually went to extra time, but it wasn't that close. It was kind of like what you were describing. Yeah, we were just under siege, and Tim Howard kept us in there. Right, exactly. This team is definitely capable of beating Belgium on a good day, but they have to really play kind of a flawless game, and they have to have a good game plan. I think
I've come to the point where Mauricio Pochettino has proven that he knows what he's doing with this team, and I trust him to put out the lineup and the strategy that they need to best put themselves in a position to win the game. In that being said, my thinking is that because it's a big step down, and this is no knock on Ricardo Pepi. Ricardo Pepi does some things very well. He's not Balogun. Right.
Give us a little bit about him. Is he
Pepi,
better in the air? Is he
he's
better
a little
dribbling?
better. He's a little better in the air, and he's a little bit, I won't say better, but he likes to combine passing wise.
Give and goes, things like that.
Whereas
Balogun, what I've seen, when he gets that ball, he's able to create space. And boom, he's got a wicked.
He can take guys one-on-one. He wants to go to goal. He wants to shoot with his feet. Pepi is used to getting what they call service, so crosses into the box and he can head it. But in order to get it to there, he when he's playing well, he will check to the ball quickly, get it, and take one touch pass. And we saw this actually in a friendly against Senegal, where he was combining very well with Christian Pulisic.
We won that game 3-2, right?
Yeah, and this is why I think Pepi will start, because he does seem to have a chemistry with Pulisic. And now that Balogun's out, we need
Pulisic's got to be our guy.
He's got to have more of a stamp on the game. And so I think we're going to have to go put our attack up the left side more. I think Anthony Robinson is going to have to push forward more, because when he overlaps Christian, his speed alone makes the other team, they have to send somebody.
Yeah, you have
with
to
him.
honor that.
You have to honor that, right? And now Christian has more room to operate, right? So that's what I expect to see. I expect to see Pepi checking to, trying to lay it off for Christian, and Anthony Robinson coming around the left, up the left wing. What that means is that Dest on the right side will actually play a little further back so that we have more coverage. When we lose the ball, inevitably, in some attacks, it's not going to work out. We're going to lose the ball. We don't want to have now a gaping hole. A gaping hole in the left, right? So you'll see Tim Ream will slide over. Richards will slide over. Dest will look like he'll look like a right back instead of a winger. That's what I expect to see.
Awesome. Now, give us – so the first 4 games, I think we've been the more talented team, right? For the most part.
Yeah, Turkey arguably has more talent, but they were in a weird situation.
Yeah. We've come out very aggressive, using the crowd.
Yeah.
I mean, what I've seen is the first couple games, it looks like we have one extra guy than our opponent, because the excitement that you're at home, that boost from the crowd, and certainly that'll be here. Yeah. Do we need to reel that in? And do we play a different tactic against Belgium? Or we still stay aggressive? And if we play 100 times on neutral field, how do you think this breaks down? Are they the better?
They're the better
talent-wise?
Yes, 100. They're without question a better team, talent-wise. Okay. Belgium is sort of like a chronic underperformer in the World Cup. Mm-hmm. They always have talented rosters, and they never make it quite as far as people think they will. Mm-hmm. But they have Romelu Lukaku, who hasn't been starting for them, but when he comes off the bench, he's a
goal scorer.
Yeah, goal scorer, complete handful, big guy, holds people off.
Oh, I think I saw him. He came in and scored a goal 2 minutes into the game when they made a sub in the group stage. Yeah. I remember him. Yeah. So he's a guy we got to keep an eye on for sure. They've
got Kevin De Bruyne, who's not at the.
He's a little older, right?
He's a little older. He used to be one of the best players in the world. But it's the overall mean talent level that they have. But what I will say is that the U.S. does want to put Belgium on their heels. They do want to put Belgium under pressure. They do want to make Belgium feel like a bit of panic, right? Mm-hmm. And if they can score an early goal and make Belgium chase the game,
then they have to get out of their comfort zone.
They've got to come out, and they're going to get out of their comfort zone. It's a much better situation. Every team, almost all throughout, even if you're the super underdog, you're going to take the first 10 minutes, see if you can steal a goal. Mm-hmm. Because if you can steal a goal and make the other team feel that pressure, then you're in a much better place.
Yeah, and I've been telling a lot of friends that, because they know I'm super into it. Yeah. They've seen me, on these videos that I make. I do a bunch of daily videos on my channel as well, the Dustino. And they know I've been the stickers, and I'm going to McDonald's, and I got the Pulisic cups, and I'm just, the World Cup has been awesome. I'm just super into it. I'm all in. I think it's just awesome. It's so much fun. It gets your mind off of things, gives you something to look for every day. I'm getting out, all right, who's playing today? All right, I got to hustle home, and then neighbors are coming over like yourself. RJ, my neighbor across the street, I feel bad for her parents. Or one of her parents is from Australia. They lost in PKs today.
Yeah.
But I'm getting so fired up for this World Cup, man.
Yeah.
I just I'm so all in. I just can't wait. I think it's going to be so exciting. And when you're an underdog, home field is big.
Yeah.
Couple guys to step up. If
Yeah.
we could sneak that early goal, like you said, and I've been telling everybody, once one goal is scored in a game, the game completely changes.
Yep.
I mean, we've had some stinkers at half,
Yep.
right?
Yep.
0-0, nothing going on. As soon as that one goal is scored,
Yep.
like all hell breaks loose because
Yep.
now the team trailing
Yep.
got to push, which leaves them a little more susceptible.
Yep.
And all kinds of craziness can go on. And then guys get tired. I mean, the tired legs, and you got to make the
Mental
proper
mistakes.
substitution. Yeah.
Mental mistakes start coming.
And you make mental mistakes when you're tired, right?
Yeah.
When you're tired, that's when you make mental mistakes or you're exhausted or the heat.
Here's another thing to think about in terms of Monday's game. Besides Belgium being the more talented team, they beat the United States 5-2 in a friendly.
How long ago was this?
Last fall.
Okay.
And so they know this team. I mean, it wasn't our best players on the day. But I guarantee you, Belgium knows that our strong suit is our offense, and our weaker side of the game is the defense. So they also are going to come out trying to score a goal early and make us chase the game.
Give me so much fun.
So watch the first 15 minutes of this game, because I would be surprised if
there's not a goal.
I actually think both teams might score.
There you have it, folks. You watch this show a lot. We are all about a lot of betting stuff. We're just giving you tips.
Yeah.
You're hearing it right here. If there's a way you can see a goal in the first half or a goal in the first 15 minutes, there you go.
High probability
a goal in the first 15. That's a great tip from Will, our insider. Now, let's go back real quick before we get you out of here. I kind of threw you on randomly, but you're here, man. This is great. You're breaking it down way better than I'm going to break it down. Now, let's look at the bracket. Now, obviously, everybody's talked about how Argentina has a cakewalk, sort of, kind of. There's no such thing. You got to play the teams in front of you.
Yeah.
Let's break down this bracket. Let's break down tomorrow's games real quick. We've got Canada, Morocco at 1, and Paraguay, France at 5. The winners of that play each other and get to the quote-unquote final 8.
Yeah.
That's the final 8, right?
Yeah.
So Canada, Morocco.
Yep, quarterfinals. So, I mean, Chalk would tell you that France and Morocco are playing each other in the quarterfinals. France, big favorite over Paraguay. Morocco is going to be a huge favorite over Canada.
Believe it or not, yes, betting-wise, and I don't know if you bet things like that, they're not that big as big a favorite as I thought. So one of my best bets for tomorrow, I'll be putting out a short video, but if you're watching tonight, you get it free. I love Morocco. I think Canada's been getting by, and this is a great story.
Yeah.
I think they run into too talented Morocco team tomorrow.
I do too.
I like Morocco.
I do too. I like Morocco. I think the home field advantage can only do so much for you. I think Morocco has proven.
And what's weird, sorry to interrupt again. What's weird is it's being hosted by U.S., Canada, Mexico, but Canada is not playing in Canada. That's bizarre to me.
Well, it's because it's the knockout rounds, and those are predetermined sites.
Okay.
It's not based on who. It's not based on who advances to that game. Those sites have to be selected well ahead of time.
Gotcha.
Canada, Mexico, and the United States got to play all 3 of their group phase games
at home.
In their home country. After that, it was sort of like all bets are off. It depends on how you do.
Cool.
If Canada had won their group, they would have played more games
in Canada.
Gotcha. They did not. They finished second.
See, I'm learning here with you folks.
Morocco announced it's ready for this World Cup when they beat the Netherlands. And to me, beating the Netherlands makes them now a candidate to upset France.
Wow.
France is the best team in this World Cup.
They're the best team I've seen so far.
Most people will pick France to win it all. In certain ways of looking at it, France should win it all. But I think Morocco, by virtue of beating the Netherlands, who's a top team, I think Morocco has the mentality and the talent to potentially pull off that upset against France.
High scoring game, low scoring game.
I think Morocco wins 2-0 there. I would say France is probably 2 or 3-0 over Paraguay.
Yeah.
I'd be surprised if Paraguay scores.
It's nice to see Paraguay have a little comeback after the U.S. kind of whooped them 3-1 first game, came out, and looked like crap. And I remember the big talk was, are we this good or is Paraguay this bad? Well, guess what? Paraguay wasn't that bad. So the U.S. played amazing that first game.
Let's go to the NCAA for a second and think about your biggest Cinderella story upset, low seed knocks off high seed,
Mhm.
right? What happens to that low seed in
The next game, yeah,
right?
they usually come back to earth.
They come back to earth, and that's what's going to happen to Paraguay. Paraguay has something now that they will talk about for generations.
Oh, this is huge. We beat Germany.
They beat Germany in a knockout game, not a group phase game, in a knockout game, and they legitimately beat them.
Mhm.
And I think that just the players emotionally are going to be.
Oh, that's a home run for them.
Yeah, it's a home
I
run.
mean, Cabo Verde right now,
Yes.
they're playing with house money.
Yeah, playing with house money.
Even if they lose 3, if they score a goal against Argentina,
Yeah.
those guys are going to be national heroes. They're going to be
national
talking about.
heroes.
They're already
Yeah,
national heroes.
yeah.
They're going to be talked about
Yeah,
for
yeah.
years. I mean, they could lose 3-1, but they're going to hang their. Hey, we scored a goal against Argentina.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
So I agree with you. I think Paraguay comes back down to earth. Then we go to July 5th, which is, what would that be? That would be Sunday.
Mhm.
We've got some bangers here. Big time games. I think Morocco and France, as easily as you can win in soccer.
Yeah.
There's no such thing as an easy win, but
Those
2-0.
are easier to predict.
Correct.
Yeah.
2-0 is that's like winning by, 10, 14 points in football, American football. Brazil, Norway, Mexico, England. Those are 2 heavyweight games.
Yeah.
What do you think? Does Norway have a chance?
Yes.
I know they've got Erling Haaland, the superstar that my son loves.
Yeah.
He is all about this Haaland guy. Can they hang? Brazil has not impressed me, by the way.
Brazil has been better in past tournaments, but they also are not bad. People knocking on Brazil,
They're just not whooping people like France is.
Exactly. And again, in the 94 World Cup, Brazil was mowing through people. They have more World Cup trophies than anybody, but I think that's going to be a good game. I think Norway can hang. I think Norway might send it to extra time or even penalties, but I think Brazil advances.
Just too much stamina, too much depth, and maybe too much speed. I see this as like a speed team against a physical, taller, bigger team.
Yep, and I expect Norway to mostly sit back. They're going to make it. They're going to try to
counter.
Yeah, try to counter. They're going to try to make it difficult for Brazil to break them down, make it crowded, and then they're going to rely on Holland to come up with a piece of magic.
And then our friends from CONCACAF Mexico against our English friends.
Yeah.
Wow, what a game. England, two teams that kind of historically underperform in the World Cup, right? Mexico's had some really good teams. I mean, they haven't won a World Cup, have they?
No.
Have they made it to the 4?
They've never even made it to the quarterfinals.
And that's crazy because they've had some very talented teams.
Right. They've made it to 16 many times.
Yeah, just haven't got over the
this
hump.
would be a massive, massive victory.
And they get to play at home. Stadia Azteca, the smog, the elevation, the altitude. I've heard some rumors on social media. I don't know it to be true because the website I just went to still says it's 8 p.m. that they're moving this game potentially to noon.
Wow.
Because they thought it was too dangerous to play at night. And there's been rumors that, and who knows this stuff, social media runs wild, that Mexican drug cartels got a hold of some Ecuador players and threatened that. So this could be absolute mayhem here.
I didn't hear about any of that.
Mexico-England game. Now, Mexico offensively, I've always known them to be a pretty high-powered offense team. I haven't seen that yet this World Cup, but they've been very good defensively. They haven't conceded many goals in this World Cup. I think maybe one.
Yep.
I don't know if they've given up more than one goal yet in the World Cup. What do you make of this Mexico-England game with England, who was on the ropes against DR Congo?
Yeah.
And Harry Kane came to the rescue.
Yeah. I think England's feeling it now. I think Harry Kane has become this talismanic leader that gives them a lot of confidence and a swagger that England sometimes lacks because of all the pressure from their media and the fans. I think that we've seen, the last World Cup when England gets that swagger, they can play with anybody in the world. And I think England should be able to defeat Mexico.
Wow. In that stadium.
Yes, even in that stadium. I think based on talent, I would say that England still should be able to beat Mexico. But that being said, Mexico is going to have the whole country behind them.
It's going to be wild.
Oh
my God.
Yes, it's going to be one of the best games. This is a game to not miss. If you're going to watch one World Cup game and no others, this might be the one. I think there will be multiple goals. I think there'll be probably multiple cards, maybe even red cards.
Oh, Mexico plays rough. There's no doubt. They're a rough team.
They're not going to mess around. And it'll be interesting.
Kane is going to walk out of there with some bumps and bruises.
Yes.
And so if you're listening to Will here, who clearly, if you can't tell by now, knows his stuff, England plus 145 to win the game. And now some of you are out there going, and you probably learned already by now, how can there be a draw bet in a game where somebody has to advance, somebody has to go? Just remember, because it's the 90 minutes, the way they grade the bets is 90 minutes plus stoppage time. The extra time doesn't count towards your bet. So that's why you can still see draws in these. So if you're betting this, if you're new, hey, I'm going to sprinkle, I'm going to put $100 in my account and I'm going to have some fun and bet the World Cup. That's why you still see tie on here.
And it's important not to forget it as an option.
Oh,
right?
exactly.
Because if you're seeing a game that you really think is a push, right, then maybe you don't, commit to one team or the other. You just
England-Mexico is a clear example.
Right.
I could totally see this game being 1-1 and going to extra time, and then England survives or whatever. Same thing with, like you just said, with Norway-Brazil. You said you think it might be 1-1 and Brazil wins late. Well, guess what? You bet the draw in those games, you're getting plus 260. Right. So if you throw up 100, you win 260 and 220 in the England game. So
it's a little bit safer, maybe, than betting.
Just things to have, keep in mind, because we've, if you bet earlier today, Australia and oh my goodness, Egypt. That was a draw. That was so. If you bet the draw, you didn't. If you bet on Egypt, you did not win. So just so you know, for some of the casuals who are going, hey, I want to listen. It's fun, and when we talk about the betting stuff, this is. Come on, people. This is not, you're not putting your mortgage, you're not putting your rent on this stuff. This is, hey, I'm going to put $100 in my account. I'm going to throw $20 on this to have fun. So I have a rooting interest. That's what we talk about on our show. It's not something where like, oh, you listen to Dustino and you're going to be a millionaire. Like, this is not that. We're having fun with it. Have fun with it. But I just want you to understand how the bets work as far as when it goes to how can there be a draw if we have to have a team advance? That's how the draw works.
Yep. And to take it one step further, in FIFA and World Soccer, when you play an international soccer match, if it is decided in penalty kicks, it goes down on your record as a draw.
Yeah. So that's a draw on your record. Oh,
it's a draw on your record.
Argentina almost put up the second goal, just a little too far for the striker.
Yeah.
And this is what's great. Cabo Verde is down 1-0. Argentina's dominating possession, as we know they would. The fans are partying in the stands, having a good time. And from what I've seen, knock on wood, and let's hope this remains true, because obviously as the games get more intense and there's going to be more I have not seen, at least, knock on wood, fighting, horrible stuff going on in the stadium. Generally, you lose and you go hug the Cabo Verde guys. And the Cabo Verde guys hug the Argentina people. For the most part, there's obviously a lot of animosity in that Croatia final because that was just, that more animosity toward the ref, not towards, Portugal. But
I think in general, Dustino, in World Cup, teams tend to behave themselves. Fans tend to behave themselves. There's a good understanding. A lot of what people see about violence around soccer in the world are from
club teams. In small countries too, right?
In countries that already have social issues, right? So you already have some tension there, and there are rivalries that go back a century.
Cabo Verde! Oh my goodness! Cabo Verde,
very good shot.
Amazing chance. Goalie had to make a great save from Argentina, and if they make it 1-1, this would be absolute mayhem.
54th minute,
he beautiful shot.
2 players.
Yeah, and the goalie kind of got shielded by his own defender, wasn't able to see it. So, like I said, Cabo Verde is losing one, but it's not like you're looking at like, oh, this is a pro team against a JV team or something. Like they look like they're in there hanging with them. Yeah, and to your point, more Red Sox Yankees crap. You see this stuff at, it is just nice to see. And that's what I think a lot of people are commenting on, a lot of these sports players who are used to like crazy NFL stadiums, this and that, where everybody wants to kill each other, where you can't even go to a stadium wearing the wrong jersey without fear of getting it's awful. If I go to a game and I'm rooting for the US and there happens to be, I'm sure you were at the game.
Oh yeah, we saw.
Was there any animosity?
Of myself with Bosnia
fans, I was gonna say you're not.
It's very.
And if US would have lost that game, I don't see a bunch of US guys going over and wanting to fight the Bosnia guys. It just there should be a respect, and that's how it should be. You should be able to root for your team, maybe talk a little trash. I'm all for trash talk. or whatever. Hey, we're gonna beat your team.
Yeah.
But like, it's just the stuff that gets escalated out of control. That's what kills me about sports. I got young kids. I want to take them to games.
Yeah.
But like, there's part of me that's like, afraid of an NFL game. All right. Hey, if I go to the Giants when they come down here and play the Bucs, is there going to be a fight? Am I going to get guys throwing beers and swearing at my kids? So that is what's been so great to see. Yeah. All right. Argentina is real deep in Cabo Verde territory, trying to break through this defense, move and shake and give and goes. And Cabo Verde clears it. Well, maybe they clear it. They're playing around with it in the box a little, which always makes me nervous.
Yeah.
But they're getting through.
Whoa, goalkeeper trying to dribble.
Good Lord, what are we doing? All right, so let's just go real quick.
Yep.
So then the other part, if USA, Belgium, we already broke that down.
Yep.
We get Portugal, Spain.
Yep.
I think Portugal has not impressed me.
Spain's going to win that game.
Yeah.
Spain's going to win that game. Not by a lot. Portugal's going to make it difficult. Spain wins by 1 goal, maybe 2. But they should win it in regulation.
And there you go, folks. Spain only -110. So that's a normal bet. That's like if you're betting 2 basketball teams on a spread, it's -110. That to me seems like a best bet. Portugal have not impressed me. They needed a penalty kick to get Ronaldo a goal. They needed a late touch of the hair to get past Croatia. So that's that. Then we go over here, Colombia and Ghana. Just give us real quick, and then we're probably going to shut it down. That's tonight. Give me a Colombia-Ghana breakdown. Ooh. Colombia impressed me against Portugal, and Ghana is not to be fooled with.
Right, but this is a total toss-up game. I have no idea how this game could end. I feel like it could end 3-0 Ghana or 3-0 Colombia or anything.
Or 0-0.
Anything in between. Anything in between.
Well, if you're looking at it, Ghana, you're getting plus 750. So you put $20 on Ghana to win, you win $150. The draw is plus 350. I might look at the draw.
Yeah, I don't know why.
Colombia is a big favorite.
I don't know why they're favoring Colombia that heavily because, Ghana is capable. And, we'll see. I think Ghana's going to be playing with a lot of pride, too, because a lot of the African countries have been eliminated.
Mm-hmm.
And
they're carrying the flag.
They're carrying the flag a little bit for that, that part of Africa. And I think, we'll see. They've got the players to do it in terms of upsetting. And I like Colombia. This Colombia team is playing very well. But
just checking where it's played. This game's being played in Kansas City. So I was just looking to see where it's being played.
Yeah.
And I bet you all the teams or the cities who chose not to host it or be one of the cities, they're probably regretting it. I mean, the tourism and the money that's flowed into these cities got to be crazy.
I don't really understand the economics. There's a pretty bad foul. Let's see, no card for the Argentina player. But that was
no card, but a Cabo Verde guy just went down. They're going to have a free kick around midfield.
This is potentially a yellow card here because the ball's
passed.
That's
to stop him. That should be yellow.
The ball
that's
passed.
Really stopping an attacking player.
Yeah.
I don't know if a card's been given.
I don't think.
But these games, they've been so much fun. I'm having such a blast. Gun to your head, who wins the World Cup?
France. Anytime you tell me that, I'm going to always say France if money is on it or against my head. But as we've seen in this tournament already, anything can happen.
You think Morocco can give them a game?
I think Morocco
then Spain would be in that neighborhood, or us if we get lucky. And we play the game of our lives. Hey, it's pretty simple, guys. Go play the game of your lives and see what happens. Will, I'll get you out of here. I know your daughter's getting restless. Thanks for joining us, buddy. We'll be off in a few minutes, and we're going to enjoy the rest of this Argentina-Cabo Verde game.
Thanks, Dustin.
Thanks again, Will, man. Appreciate you, dude. And the kids appreciate it because he's knee-deep in collecting these stickers. So we've been trading and swapping these stickers. Having an absolute blast with the World Cup. I've been going to McDonald's to get the cups. I've got Pulisic, Henry, and I got a bunch of Grimace. I'm trying to get the David Beckham cup. My kids love Lamine Yamal from Spain. And you're getting to see some of these stupid Cabo Verde. Cabo Verde just scored.
Oh my God.
Cabo Verde just scored.
I love it.
Cabo Verde just scored.
I want them to win.
It is 1-1. Absolute craziness. Cabo Verde just scored. Holy mackerel.
What did I just tell you?
They just
they have it. I say, France,
Messi's freaking out.
Anything can happen.
Wow, this is unbelievable. Cabo Verde. And there's no flag up. It was onside. The Cabo Verde fans they're crying in the stands. This is unbelievable. This is a country that has the same amount of people as Tucson, Arizona, I saw today. I mean, that's unbelievable. Absolutely beautiful passing.
They're working their way in.
They have not looked overmatched.
No, they have not.
Yes, if you knew nothing about anything and you put blank names up on the screen, you'd go, hey, this team in the light blue is better than the blue team.
Nutmeg's a defender.
You would say that, but you would not say this team is miles better. No. Holy mackerel, folks. We have an incredible, and I looked today before the game, and I did not bet this game. I took the penalty kicks. If you took Cabo Verde, they were like plus 2,000. $10 wins you 200. $100 bet on them would have won you 2,000. And I couldn't even be wrong about those. Those numbers could have been bigger. Holy mackerel.
So you could have put like $1 on it.
Yeah, and won a couple hundred probably. I mean, this is unbelievable. And now, just like any other sport, when you get that, now you got belief. Now there's a little belief in them going, holy crap, we could do this.
And they can run a little longer.
Yeah, and you get a little more. And the Cabo, to see these people just going absolutely bonkers. I'm looking at the corners. Only two. Argentina doesn't even have a corner. Holy mackerel. What is going on? I took over 9.5 corners. They have that. Like I said, we're sitting here, we're talking, we're watching a little bit.
Well, I know.
This is not like Cabo Verde goal has been under siege. It has not been under siege. They're right with them. Well, there you have it, folks. We're going to probably hop off because we want you to enjoy the rest of this game. We hope you enjoy this stream. Listen, you got some unbelievable tidbits from Will. We'll let you in on it today because I know you're going to be busy with family tomorrow. I got to work a little bit, but then we're going to be celebrating America's 250th birthday. Just what a time to be alive, right? I know it sounds cheesy. What a time to be alive. We got the World Cup here in the States. We got America's 250th birthday. I got Miles, my buddy, right here next to me. Miles, how into the World Cup are you? Are you loving it?
Yeah.
Have you been watching like almost every game?
Yeah.
It's fun, right?
Yeah.
Who are you rooting for in this game? Argentina or Cabo Verde?
Argentina.
They all want the star. They all want Messi. No. But, dude, to see all these kids and all the kids in the neighborhood and my kids, like, who I can never get to sit down and watch anything, they've been sitting down and watching these games and watching the extra time. They've been watching the penalty kicks. They're starting to learn players' names. They know the name of the Cabo Verde goalie. My neighbor RJ, who's a big football guy, big into baseball, a bunch of other sports. He's calling me. He's texting me. Hey, can I come over and watch the game when you get home from work? Like, we're just having so much fun with this World Cup. It's just a blast. Oh no, Argentina. Oh, what a save by the goalie. Yeah. Oh my goodness, the goalie saved it. It was a breakaway for Argentina, and the goalie just saved it. And was that Messi?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. He just stopped the great Messi one-on-one. Right in. He hit him right in the nuts, right square in the nuts. That was more self-defense than a goal stop. Unbelievable. And Messi can't believe it. Cabo Verde, do you believe? But anyhow, I'm going to leave you with this. Tomorrow, we love Morocco. And I didn't tell Will anything to say. He said he loved Morocco, so I was all into it. Keep an eye on this Ghana-Colombia game. A lot of value on Ghana, plus 750. We think they're live. And then we've also got the other game tomorrow is France-Paraguay. They're probably going to blow them up. We got all the kids in the house. You guys are all fired. Are you guys fired up for the World Cup?
Yeah.
Who's going to win Monday night, USA or Belgium?
USA.
USA. USA. USA. USA.
USA.
Thanks for being the producer.